around St. Mary. And I didn't know if he was going to make it, but I guess he's here.
I'm here!
All right.
I'm here!
Hi, how are you? How are you?
Fine, how are you? That's good.
Good, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you very much. How are you?
Fabulous.
Good, good. How are you?
Super.
He's just going to go through the whole audience like this, so that's all.
Should I keep on going?
Yes, keep going, keep going.
All right, good.
Keep going.
And how are you?
So,
Good, and you?
meanwhile, we'll just talk amongst ourselves. So tell me, you know,
And you, sir? I'm bursting with pride.
he's really bursting with pride, you can see. Now those two, the guy that said I'm bursting with
And how are
pride,
you?
the guy that just said I'm bursting with pride is Michael Fentner,
And
our
you guys-
editor. Michael, stand up so they can see all of you. Michael Fentner. If you think editing is easy, try editing a film like that. So let's talk about.
I'm stuck.
Let's talk about this film here. How long did this
Sorry,
thing?
sorry.
How long did this thing take you?
I guess it would take me about 30 minutes to get there.
Well, we had some slowdowns because of the pandemic, but we started this in about 2017 with some fundraising. And I always considered, and I've said this to you before, Satori, that principal photography really started on February 10th, 2018, for a lot of that concert footage you saw called These Are My Friends, that show that we filmed at the Pontiac Crowfoot.
We were at the Silver Dome.
Before they at the Crowfoot Ballroom. So that's kind of, so 2018, so about 5 years in toto.
All right. Well, as for you,
Yes.
what did you think when this man came to you and said, I want to make a movie?
I wanted to, no, I can't speak that right here because it's only, okay, oh, thank you. All right, you know, doing what I've done for such a long time, and you know, in your early stages, you have a lot of piss and vinegar, and so you're just putting it out there, and you go to the next gig and you put it out there, and the next gig you put it out there, and then someone goes, hey man, that's so cool, you're doing some great shit, man, can you mind if I make a movie, or film you, or, you know, whatever, or blow your head off your shoulders, or whatever, like, yeah man, that's cool, and so you're young doing it, you're like so pumped, you're like, yes, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and it never happens. And you, another 5 years, or 10 years, or 20 years, or 30 years, and you know, you get my idea, right? So you kind of get jaded and you just kind of go, okay, sure, man, here's my phone number, call me. And when the phone never rings, you go, well, whatever. I'm just gonna keep on going, I'm not waiting for anybody, I got shit to do. So when Mark came and approached me about doing this, I was like, I was like, okay, man, sure, cool. And here's my digits, and let's talk. And the fucker called me. And it has been on since. And you know, I can't thank him, his wife Tina, all the other people that I brought in, Mark brought in, Michael, you know, Rob,
Brett Lawrence.
I was getting there, man. Don't feel like, you know,
I just wanted to make sure you
stepping
guys
on my
came on.
toes. And Brett. And other people.
And other people. That's right. There's a lot of
Yes, I always think about this at this moment after I mentioned Brett Lawrence, one of our principal photographer, who did a lot of stills. He did almost all the interviews with me. A few of them that are like, oh, this interview's a little off. I probably did by myself. So Brett was very instrumental in that. Also, people like Rick Blazek, some other photographers that aren't here. I'm sure I'm going to miss a few. If you saw where it said,
Rick's here.
Rick's here, I know that. But where it says photographers, there's all those names. They're not all here. But I'd like to point out three: Adam Lane, A.O. Lane, and Adam Owen Lane. All those guys are just great because I missed them at the last screening. So there you are. But everyone that was interviewed too, right? 29 people we interviewed, including this
See,
guy.
it's not my movie.
Including this guy.
Yeah,
I interviewed you in there.
Well, of course I was. It's a body double. Brenner was in town.
That's digital effects. It's amazing what
But
they
it
do
takes a
nowadays.
lot of people, is the point, right? Carolyn Gallo did our animation throughout. Yes, a big thanks to Carolyn Gallo. Tina and Lisa put up with our shenanigans. Don Baker did our makeup, was also an associate producer. KB Demkoski, my cousin, second cousin once removed, from New York City, poet and story consultant to me. We had hundreds of hours of telephone conversation. What if we did this? Would this work? What if we tried that? And just, I don't know what I'm doing. Hang in there. So a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I've been interviewing this guy since I was at WDT, like, I don't know.
Since we were children.
15 years ago.
Rolling in the dirt.
Maybe the first time. And I was lucky enough a few years ago to put out a record. That's right, a little 7-inch, 2 songs that are in the film. So what we did at the last Q&A was really fun because I've asked far too many questions and I know far too much, so my stuff is not as interesting as yours. So if there's 3 good questions out there, you could be the owner of one of these copies, and this man will come up and deliver it to you. So
And I will kiss your foot!
that's right.
No, I don't kiss feet. That's weird.
So consider it inducement. If you have a question, please, let's have your questions for these gentlemen. I'll do it.
Yep, the world is flat. Yes. Oh, yes.
Is it hard for you to watch yourself, on film?
Oh, shit, wait.
He's got him too.
Is it hard to watch myself?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hate it with a passion. Yeah, it's weird, I know. I go out there and, prance around fully clothed or hardly clothed, but I just can't draw myself to look at myself. The very first time seeing this, it was extremely tough. And it's on a roller coaster ride. But I kind of know what I do. I don't have to watch it.
Are you a critic to yourself? Do you see things maybe you should or shouldn't?
Oh,
do?
am I a critic to myself? Yeah. I have to like take, there's so many people in my head. It's kind of weird. I just, I can't I have to get outside help. As you can tell, I'm stammering here. So, but yeah, it's a hard thing, man, critiquing yourself. It's really tough. And you gotta be awake doing it. So. Another question? You had a question, sir? Oh. Okay.
I just have to ask, where are you performing now?
Right here. Right? I'll sing something for you, I swear, it's coming. It's not in the script just yet. It's like third act. I've been working a lot on writing stuff and putting stuff together and whatnot, and I had the opportunity back in November to actually have my very first ever gallery show at the Detroit Contemporary, which is, when you're a kid and doing undergrad stuff and, you get to throw your shit around at, Slusser Gallery or Polabic or whatever, your medium is, and you get to get in all these little, Michigan Gallery and Willis Gallery and stuff like that, but I never really had like a blown out show, and, Aaron Timlin approached me with doing a show, and I was like, are you sure, man? I'm a performance artist. I have clothing. And I have recordings and all that stuff, and once we started talking, it really turned out to be really kind of cool. And that definitely was an awesome time. The big thing that I have working right now, I'm working with a bunch of friends, Tim Solomon and Brian Danbacher, and we're doing a piece called Sea Stories. And it is a brand new piece that we're going to kind of debut up at the Citadel Theater up in Port Huron. Oh, Port Huron, give me some! All right, and then it'll be June 9th and 10th. And it's a whole new piece, so that'll be fun.
Thank you.
I'll probably shit my pants for that one too. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right up there.
Yeah.
So the movie talked about the impact that you have on people, and I'm curious for you, is there a kind of moment or a specific moment that pops into your head when you were most inspired by the impact you had on someone?
Okay, wait, are you asking me my impact on other people, or the artists that have impacted me?
A moment when you saw the impact you had on someone else, or they told you about it,
Oh.
that really inspired or sticks with you.
No, I honestly can't say that I noticed that, because I don't know, man. I don't think of myself as being this impactful kind of cat, you know? I just do my thing and have fun doing it, and hope I piss some people off, and hope I don't piss people off, and, you know, I just never thought about it, you know? It kind of more like if I thought about it, if it were my nephews or my nieces, but I just never really kind of thought about it. But when people come up to me and say something, yeah, I kind of shit my pants, and I don't know what to do with that, you know? It feels good and awkward at the same time. It's like being, you know, first time you had sex. It was cool and awkward, you know? I don't know. I just kind of weird. So I just kind of throw it away as quick as I can, so I can just keep on motor. So he needs a damn 45.
All right. Okay. Here yet?
We want to pass the aisle. Oh, there you are. I'm not gonna. I said
You lied! I did lie! I'm an artist! We all lie! We're like politicians! And nuns!
Desert.
I got nothing now.
You got it?
No, but sort of as a follow-up from actually what he was asking before, in the making of this film, all these people are talking about you. And what, it could have been in the movie, it could have been on the cutting room floor, but what really hit home? You know, the one phrase that somebody said.
Oh, it wasn't one phrase, man. It was everybody. It was everybody coming out to play and talking about me. Come on, man. I have a hard time talking about me. And they were like, hey, I talk about me behind closed doors. Right? With a cape on usually and, you know, some diapers. But anyways, yeah, it was everybody that came together to say stuff, you know? It tore me up, you know? That's when I did this. First time I saw it, I was elated and sad and crying and happy and just kind of blew my mind. So, yeah. So, anyways, there you go.
Hi there.
Hi. Anything left on the bucket list?
Oh! Everybody's talking. Okay. Anything left on the bucket list?
Ladies first.
Well, yeah, I got, oh, there you go. I'm sorry, I forget that I have a soft speaking voice. Oh yeah, there's tons of, I had to think of how big that bucket was. It's more like a 50-gallon drum. Yeah, I mean, I have probably 4 things in my head right now. A piece that we started to work on before the pandemic, so that needs to come back to life. The sea story ones that we're working on. There's, you know, men will know this. If not, you soon will. Prostate. So there's a piece I got coming up on prostate. And I can't, you know, thinking of the prostate and sea stories and the piece with Marcus called The New Belief, I can't leave out a Jesus piece. I know there's one more. There's another one in there somewhere.
The follow-up to this film.
Yeah, the follow-up to this film where I do all my own stunt work.
Hi there.
Sorry about that.
No problem. It's all a pleasure. So, the way I experience your performances are very different between the silent pieces and the spoken or sung pieces. Could you talk about, is there a difference in motivation that drives you to go a silent way or a spoken or sung way?
Yeah, there is, I guess, sure. When I kind of write a piece, it comes from all over. Sometimes the music may start, and sometimes the words may start, or sometimes the visual may start. Sometimes, like when I did the 365 project, which was literally doing a song a day for a whole year. And, you know, it was all electronica stuff, so it was loops and samples and all that kind of stuff, putting everything together. But you gotta think really quick, man. You gotta, whatever you put down, you gotta dig and move on. So it would be, once I finished kind of shaping this 2-minute piece, I would go through books of words and go, oh, that's something. I'll just sing that 20 times. And the song. and then I'd move on to something else. The silent stuff is cool because I can just like tap out. And I can be a million miles away. I need to be informed about my environment, of course, but I just kind of drift away and let everything kind of just like come out that needs to come out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Okay, thank you, brother. That's a good one. Did you have a 45 already? No, you're a catch.
He's on the run. He's on the run. While he's running, how about that lady there? Yes, yes. I think she's bringing the mic to you.
Oh, thank you. I, first of all, want to thank the filmmakers for putting this together and giving us opportunity to see the brilliance of Satori.
Me.
Dr. Lee? Yes, you, it's you.
Sorry,
this is a question for you.
Okay.
You just mentioned that you're doing a piece on Jesus, and I think earlier on I caught another song about Jesus. Maybe I heard wrong, but so how does religion play into what's the impact of religion on your pieces? Is that some sort of like throwback from childhood? Because it's very interesting that you do have, you mentioned, this whole piece coming up. So that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Holy shit. I'll give you one of my pasties. Yeah, religion and its icons really is something that has always enamored me and just like kind of blown me away. But being baptized, communionized, and then confirmationized, if anybody can guess what my confirmation name is? Yeah, we're going out and partying. Shh. What? No, Anthony. Anyway, so I was raised Catholic. 4th grade was troubling. I was definitely ADHD, and Catholic school in 1st grade told my young parents that I was he's so crazy, he goes all over the place and he doesn't hurt anybody, he just cleans shit and does this. So they had me sent to a child psychologist, and he said, he's cool, he's a hyper, just watch him, get him involved. And they got me involved. But Catholic school really didn't think that I was so involved. And 4th grade, they decided to kick me out. My parents decided to yank me out. So then I started my professional career in public schools. And that was cool, but the first day I was in public school, some girl was calling me names, so I punched her, and then I got spanked. So, come on, man, it's the 60s and 70s. Everybody got whooped on, all right? If you went to Catholic school, it was like triple whoop. And, but I am not religious in any form. I think there are some really cool things. I think the Bible's got some great poetry in it, great stories. I've never found, and I think it happened when I was young, the fact that I lost my father, nobody could give me this solid answer as to what actually happened other than having faith. And so that always kind of steered me differently. But the religions that are out there, I'm just blown away at a lot of them. Their iconography is just remarkable to me. And so I draw on it sometimes to kind of create my own type of iconography, The one piece that you saw that was done a cappella that Brett had brought up, Oh Sweet, is the last song of a piece that I did called Moses 39, which is about my father who died in a car crash. And I was 14, he was 39, so hence the title Moses 39. And so the last piece, I'm in a shirt and stuff like this, and I'm kind of mocking driving, and all of a sudden the lights flash and it goes dark, and the lights come on, and I start climbing this like step ladder, singing this song a cappella. And it's basically, because other people believe it doesn't mean I have to, be a dick about it. So I support them and stuff. And it was just a piece that made the most sense to me of where I was when I was a kid and this had happened. So religion, God, Jesus, the many multiple gods that we have around the world, in the stars, in the skies, everywhere. they're all fair game. So, long story, kind of.
Yeah.
You give her that. You answer the rest of the questions, goddammit. I'll answer the rest. All right, you do that.
You'll answer the rest? Oh, you have, you.
Questions to the filmmakers.
Oh, question for the filmmaker.
So you have several black and white short films, almost like they're short films in there. Tell me a little bit about those.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. You didn't hear, ma'am? She was saying that we have a lot of little silent-looking movies. Did you notice those? That really came out of one of the first things I did with Satori, which was started, at least what I told him on the phone was, I want to do a photo shoot of you. But you know, I've always wanted to make movies, and I've made other short films and short narrative films. And I thought, well, I'm going to bring a film camera. And I want, is that cool if I film you? Yeah, I don't care. So we got together with the...
What did I say? I said, sure, I don't care, but I don't want my face on some horse in some underground Berlin porn.
Exactly. And I said, well, what if we do a thing in a popcorn truck with 500 pounds of popcorn?
Same thing, right? Kind of.
Yeah, and Tina and Dawn there helped me get all the popcorn and put it all over, and we did the shoot, and that became the first of basically 3 short silent films. And my editor, Michael Fentner, who I mentioned earlier, actually, I think I have the card on me. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Look at how I'm going to pitch this. Real Arts Film Festival, Tuesday, May 6th at 7:30 at the Anton Arts Center in Mount Clemens. 16th, May 16th. What did I say? Oh, May 16th. The 3 short films that were edited and re-edited and then recently re-edited by Michael are all together. 3 short Satori Circus films. And so that's how that started. And we're going to put them out into the world, into short film festivals. Or like there's some film festivals out there that are just shorts, right? Or just silent films. There's so many different types. So that's going to be the first time they're going to be seen all together in a film festival here in this area. And I should mention, just for the heck of it, because I got a mic, is the other one we filmed at Lafayette, Coney Island. That one was just Satori Circus, myself, and my pal Don Baker as our assistant that day. And Lafayette, Coney Island let us come in. I arranged it. They let us come in and film the whole thing. It was great. So at the beginning and the end when he's coming up, does everybody recognize where that is? Mm-hmm. That's the bathroom going down in the basement of Lafayette, Coney Island. And then, what was the third one, and why can't I think of it? Yeah, the pinups a photography session we call it. Don Baker again was the model for that with Satori Circus. Brett Lawrence did all the photography and actually shot all of that, and then we cut that together, a little homage to David Bowie's Pinups album, which, if you're really nice to Satori Circus, he may sign one of these for you. This is the photo that resulted that you saw on the screen. Album cover size.
Oh, thank you. I don't know who these people are, but so attractive.
Well, we've got a few minutes left, so if there's a couple, I don't know if there's a question. Maybe you answered all. Did you answer all the questions?
I'll answer anything.
Is that how it works? Is that what it is? Is this who we're? Oh.
What was your favorite thing about this?
Favorite thing?
Well, it's interesting you should ask that because somebody earlier said, have you ever, I think it was a question that was up here, this young man up here, like, have you ever inspired anybody? And they came up and told you that you inspired them. And yes, in fact, that did happen. And it's when I first saw Satori Circus. So the stuff I'm talking about, and I've been inspired by other people. We've both lived a long life. But he inspired me so much, I wanted to make a film on it. And I knew that making an independent film would take a lot of time and energy, and I better care about what I'm doing. Because and the stuff in the film, some of it seemed a little fictional, some of it's most of it's very, very real. And one of the real ones is I did come off a 2-year endeavor trying to make a documentary film that just didn't happen. It folded. So when I met Satori Circus and really got involved with his work in life, it was like, somebody had opened a window. And so, what is my favorite? Your real question was, what was one of my favorite things? I think one of my favorite things was producing the Pontiac show and just standing back and like, I can't believe that this happened with all this talent. You know, 6 or 7 cameramen, professional sound. I even had to have a friend of mine, John Holland, go up and run the, can you go up and run the follow spot? So it's like, seeing that happen and actually happen, and the energy of this person to pull that off, it was a 3-hour show, everybody. And I think the last people to leave were Tina, myself, and Satori. And he's like, I misplaced my glasses. How am I going to drive home? And it was winter. It was in February. Yeah, you didn't have your glasses. And so it was just like that was. But there's been so many.
There was nobody on the road. It was all, everybody was safe.
There was just so many moments of things that it is like what you said earlier. It's hard to pick one. But that would, if I had to say, that would probably be it. Seeing that Pontiac show come together, because that gave me the impetus to like. Keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this. What's next? What can we do next? How can we tell the story next? And again, and I like to praise the people that helped me, like the photographers, my editor. They made and helped and to a great deal surprised me to help make my vision happen.
Are we ever going to see that 3-hour show in some capacity?
Oh, I recognize that voice, don't you?
That's a good question.
I was told if you hear that voice, not answer his question. No, what Brett Lawrence is referring to, we've been having discussions about trying to release releasing a documentary film on so basically a concert documentary. Notice how this was called a performance documentary? So a concert documentary on that very show. Because I think there's enough people that like to see it.
Then we're doing an action-packed documentary. I get guns to play with. I get a tank to drive. And yeah, an exploding.
And then probably a hard-hitting news documentary. And then you had a question, didn't you?
Yes.
Because I went like this. It was Dawn.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mark.
I think.
This is him. All him, man.
Cheers. Rob?
Yes, sir.
Hi. Doesn't seem that there are very many filters on the Satori Circus performance, but are there any ideas that you hold back that you think that we're not ready for?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
Could you repeat your question, please?
It doesn't seem that there are very many filters on the performances, but are there ideas you hold back, things that you don't think the public is ready for?
Oh, the public's always going to be ready for me. Yeah. You know, this has been brewing, okay? This is my 63 year. I'll be 63 in 5-6 months, whatever it is. But I figured by the time I'm 70, oh yeah, full nudity, and you guys are gonna love it. Come on! A 70-year-old naked? That's awesome! Saggy boobs, one testicle lower than the next one? Fucking great! That is going to be it. And then when I'm 80, if I'm still pumping, be my first porn. And there's going to be music. Yeah, we're going to be all singing. And everybody's going to be 80 in it.
I mean, really, how do you stop? I mean, you can't ask another question. We can't.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys from... This is one of those moments you get kind of, you know, glassy-eyed and choked up, and it's not from smoking a bunch of dope or anything like that. But I see so many faces in here that I have been seeing for many years, and I see a lot of faces that I've never seen before. And you guys are what propel me. I mean, I could do this all the time, and I have done it in my own closet, because apparently that's where I started out, singing in a rock band when I was 17 years old in a closet. But I do it for me first, but then I share it with you guys, and whatever happens, happens. And I can't thank you all enough for being there along for the ride.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Monsters, thank you for coming!
If anybody would like Satori to sign one of these, you probably will.